the window of civilization today by opening it to a city that is one of the very ancient cities in the history of humanity and one of the important cities in the movement of different civilizations and the multiple empires that ruled this region of the world. It is the second city in Pakistan after the capital Karachi. This city is the city of Lahore. The city of Lahore was interested in it, the different civilizations that lived in this region. First of all, its great strategic importance is present at the fire of an entrance to a very large number of sectors and regions in this region. It has a very high population density, and therefore it controls large crowds of people, and it has religious importance to the people of the region. Before the entry of Islam into these regions, our rights were alternated by a very large number of countries, empires and civilizations ruled by the Indians. They were ruled by the Ghaznawis, the Muslims, and the first people of the Muslims, ruled by the Ghaznawis, and the first people of the Muslims, ruled by the Ghuris.
It was ruled by the rulers of the Sultanate. They ruled by saying the India, or those who are the Delhi ruler from the year 1526 to the year 1857, meaning almost more than 3 centuries. In 1857, Delhi, Lahore, and the entire region fell under English rule, the English occupation, meaning I ransomed the story of Aya Mughal India. Very strange. Glory be to God. What is India? They tell you that their drawings are from Central Asia. On the mother's side, they deliver Genghis Khan, and on the father's side, they deliver Timur Langfur, meaning 2 of the greatest criminals in the world. However, from this and that means the Sultanate of India came, which was one of the greatest Islamic sultanates in history, and it has very many white hands on the region. The founder of our profile today is one of the senior leaders of the Sultanate of Delhi, named Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb is a man who means very famous, very great, and very important. We have in Islamic civilization, and he founded a mosque called Badshahi. This mosque is the grantor we are talking about. His brother-in-law is a feature of civilization, and the mosque that he founded is also a major feature of civilization. We are talking today about 2 features, a human feature represented by Aurangzeb and a major architectural feature, and has traces of a tangible preaching, which is the Badshahi Mosque in Lahore. Nazid. This is a man who began with the principles of grandfather work and commitment to Sharia law since his childhood, even though he was raised in very entertaining circumstances. His father was the Sultan of Delhi, the Mongol Sultanate, and his father Shah Jahan is very famous. This is Shah Jahan, who founded the Taj Mahal, the famous Taj Mahal, India, and which is considered one of the 7 worldly punishments, as he is the foundation. So he lived in a very large area and had obscene wealth, and yet he went out. Glory be to God, in this environment a very ascetic came out in the world, a very lover of knowledge came out, a very serious man came out, far from refugees, far from any kind of worldly pleasures, in a way that is truly very striking to the eye, to the point that when he ruled the country, many historians say as if he had returned it to the time of the righteous caliphs due to so much praise for. He is one of the great Muslim sultans in various stages of history. He was a commanding knight who led armies himself. He ruled the year 1658, calling for the year 1707, meaning the late 17th century and the early 18th century. This corresponds to the year 1068 AH to the year 1109 AH. This means that when you calculate the period of his reign, he ruled for 51 consecutive years, one of the longest periods of rule in the history of India. He excelled in state administration, showed justice in the land in a very striking way, showed strong adherence to Islam and the laws of Islam, and preferred to celebrate the pagan holidays that were present on Nowruz and others, which they used to celebrate even in these areas.
He prevented kissing the earth again in his hands, bowing to it, and preventing the entry of wine into his country, and he removed many musicians from the country while he was ruling, and he was a ruler, and he was promised the age of 40 years. He was the Sultan over the country, and he was 40 years old. Memorizing the Holy Quran while he is in the throne of power means memorizing the Holy Quran at this advanced age. And he appointed a book for judges to issue fatwas on the Hanafi doctrine. He established a legal judiciary for all girls, and he ordered the collection of jurisprudential information in a book, and this book is said under his supervision and is originally complete. Scholars, and this book is famous as the Indian Fatwas, and anyone who sits on jurisprudence, you will find this book. The Indian Fatwas are very important books in Hanafi jurisprudence. It means it was composed at this stage and was at the military level very wonderful. They eliminated the idea of the Portuguese in the Indian Ocean and founded a very huge state, and it was reached.
During his reign, the world reached its largest size. He controlled almost most of India and took all of Pakistan as well as Bangladesh. It reached Iran and China in the east, Iran in the west and China in the east, and of course Afghanistan in the street used to fast. In Ramadan, he would not break his fast except on loaves of barley. I mean, he is a very ascetic in his life, and the rooms are made of barley. I can only buy them from free money. The acquisition is something very different. He was acquired by writing the Quran. He is a sultan. He is a sultan who rules a vast country. He rules the entire border, and he rules Pakistan. He rules Bangladesh, and the sectors around it. He was writing the Quran, and he took meaning and performed the Quran to different places, and he took some little money, and he lived on this money, and he was no different from being sad. It served the state by disposing of the state's property and the people of the state, but he lives from earning his living like the great king. The noble prophet David, peace be upon him, used to eat whoever lied to his hand while he was a king who was his own. Our money is civilized, Fridosh. This is repeated. It is a unique case. The truth is a unique case. We will see such a model as if it were for us, as they say, during the time of the honorable righteous caliphs, on the authority of Ali bin Abi Talib, of course on the endowments before them. You read about these examples, you will find such a model. The methods in life, the way of life is in life, even though he owns the world, and he dedicated a Quran to Mecca, and he dedicated a Quran to the city, written by his own hand. May God have mercy on him. He founded the great mosque, the comprehensive mosque, which is the mosque of Lahore, or Badshahi. If you haven't visited Lahore, you haven't seen Pakistan. If you have not seen the Badshahi Mosque, you have not seen Lahore. It is the greatest feature in Lahore, which is very famous from the big tourist times. Now, I have written a mosque that delights like this on the internet, and you will see countless pictures of this mosque, a very large role in the region. There are many cultural features that we will see in this mosque. I will remind you of 3 of them as a vacation. The first feature of the area of the mosque is that he is building a mosque in a country with a huge population density. These regions in the world are among the most densely populated regions in the whole world. The region of Pakistan, the region of India, the region of China, most of the world lives in the palm of your hand. So he builds a mosque. It is enough for the worshippers who pray in tears, and he urges them to pray in congregation in his time with this density. And this man's idea was, he memorized the Quran, as we said, and was praying. By himself and the people, he was the sultan of a state of relations, and he had thousands of jobs.
He prayed Tarawih prayers by himself and the people, and was keen on the congregation prayer 5 times a day throughout the year. He built a very large mosque, Badshahi, in 1671 AD. It took 2 years and 90,000 workers to build the mosque, which was once largest mosque in the world. Now it is the 9th largest in the world. This mosque can accommodate 5 in its main prayer hall. 1,000 reached me in the main Kara. When it included his withdrawal, it accommodates 100,000. This capacity has become number 9 in the world for worshippers. The largest mosque for worshippers in the world is the Forbidden in Mecca, with a capacity of 2,000. Other large mosques include Ataba al-Ridawiya Mosque in Mashhad in Iran and the Prophet's Mosque. Another notable mosque is the Shah Faisal Mosque in Islamabad, which was founded by King Faisal bin Abdulaziz in 1986. First, the establishment of this vast space to accommodate numerous worshippers at this historical stage is remarkable. Second, the mosque has a splendid architectural design. This mosque is set in a country with various beliefs, Buddhists, Hindus and others, of diverse races and religions. India is known for its religious diversity. The man aimed to build something that would amaze the general public, akin to how the Huns build luxurious temples. Building a very elegant architectural masterpiece inspired by the University Mosque in Delhi, built by Shah Jahan. The mosque in Delhi is noted for its larger square structure made of red sand and marble, with wonderful geometric decorations on the walls and ceiling, and 4 huge minarets at the corners. Surrounding the mosque are gardens and retreats, adding to its aesthetic beauty. India combines Islamic, Indian and Persian architectures to form a distinct style. When you look at the building, the Mongols in India are evident. The circular domes, thin minarets and large rooms carefully decorated with distinctive colors return to the mosque's foundational monstrous systems. This mosque stands as a clear example of these architectural systems, featuring large Islamic roles beyond reconstruction. The man was a jurist devoted to worship. In this world, and a call to religion, we had a very, very large Islamic shat, and one of the reasons for the concentration of Islam in these regions, of course the Ghaznabis and Ghuris had preceded that, but he was among the people who contributed to establishing the pillars of Islam in Lahore and in the Pakistan region in general. This, of course, Pakistan is now credited to him. Our brothers, what is there in it? 2 dead and 1,000 citizens, 216,000, meaning, of course, this means terrible numbers. This is considered the 6th country in the world in terms of population after China, India, America, Indonesia, and Brazil. Instead, the six remain, which is Pakistan, and is considered at the level of the Islamic world the second in terms of population. After Indonesia, we are talking about that he established Islam in a country with a high population density. In this way, he became a Muslim. More than 96% of Pakistanis are Muslim, and there are many reasons for the establishment of Islam in these regions. Aurangzeb and the likes of him are among the foundational reasons. We ask God Almighty to strengthen Islam and Muslims. May God reward you well, and may God's peace, mercy and blessings be upon you.